People. Joel Benjamin 528 here. Why this was hooked up like this, I have no idea. But these are the ills of going live. What's up, people? How y'all feeling today? Y'all see who I got here? My man Hank Rising Sun.
Also known as Uncle Hanky.
You know what we're about to take?
To all my nieces and nephews.
Salute to the international audience. Salute to the domestic audience. I had to just pop one up on you. We're about to take a little swig.
Oh, yeah.
You want to tell them what this is?
This is Full Moon Sorrel. Specially made by Kofunya Ife. With
and
herbs.
Star Rasta. Don't forget Star Rasta.
And Star Rasta, because people's blood is too thick on the full moon. We don't want more heart attacks. We don't want more strokes. We don't want people suffering from the symptoms of diabetes. So we're going to touch on that in addition to, is the moon an ancient mothership?
We got a good one here for you tonight, people. We have a good one here for you tonight.
And it's a full moon. And this is a satellite we got from the moon. It's a pyramid satellite that I was able to download through the application of magnets.
Drink up.
To the family.
Yeah.
Salutations to the full moon night of the mothership.
This good.
Satellite.
Let me tell y'all something. This is good for the sex drive.
Oh.
I'm going to tell y'all early.
Oh, I like this.
Off the back. This is good for the sex drive.
This is good for the blood. This is yo, bro. This is good. This is a good drink.
For the blood and make it flow right. It's gonna be good for the sex drive.
If it's good for the blood, it's good for the wood. Oh,
facts.
Damn.
Gang. I need the next shot.
All right, so what we gonna talk about tonight?
Hold on, I need the next shot.
Hold on, hit me up.
Come on.
This is good. Sake never tasted better.
Oh, I gotta get some more.
You gotta get some more, man.
I gotta get it straight from the sauce this time.
Yeah.
I didn't think we was going.
I want to acknowledge, and much thanks to the Dragon Ball Super Devante providing these.
Elijah one. See, he messed it up. That's why let me do the commentary.
Oh, go do that, man.
But all right, so Devante, yes, thank Devante, but thank I
want to thank O
with the idea.
Yep, for having sake and sorrel together, and I'm magnetizing mine.
Sake style.
Yo,
so let's get into it. Can we?
Yeah.
See, we got that right there. Y'all know what time it is. When y'all come and hit the like button, salute to Maccabees TV, by the way. Because I saw him telling his people, why every time all these YouTubers got to tell you hit the like button? When y'all come and hit the like button, okay? Let's get into this one tonight. We're going to hit y'all a quick one. Damn, this is good.
This is good, right? We can polish off a half a gallon of this, man.
When y'all ready, let us know, and you can get this too. All right? Hit up Mama Kofunya. You know, it's Kofunya Star Rebel on Instagram. All right. If you need to find her, you know, Joel Benjamin 528 on Instagram, and you'll find her. It's like I got a buzz just putting on the Tantra magnets. Wow. Oh yeah, look at that. All right, so
yeah, I bought 3 gallons from Sister Kofunya of the sorrel.
Damn.
This is the south side.
That hit the spot.
Let me just say this. And this is the side you want to magnetize your tea.
I feel water, it.
Your juice. Oh, absolutely.
Damn. Let's talk about this.
Bam!
Oh! Let's talk about this full moon. People, so, you know, we had to come up and give you the information. Now, let's go deep into it. First things first. You know, Star Wars, they show the Death Star, all that good stuff. the Death Star. I already explained to you with George Lucas how he do imitate it with the moon. Now, there is a saying when there was one time they spoke about going on the moon and drilling into the moon, and like they hit a hollow spot, and when the drill dropped down, they heard large clanking going on. All right. Soon we might do.
And they were escorted off the moon.
Just we ain't going there yet.
Oh, okay.
Slow down.
All right.
We might do a pay-per-view live stream on it sooner or later, giving the breakdown with all that. Now, one of the things you got to learn with the moon gives off like a magnetic energy. For you people out there, remember the moon is in Taurus right now. So that's why, like when we dealing with magnets and the magnet energy, it's good to have, especially y'all Taurus. Remember I say I need to, get your massages, relax and chill. Hank got the Tantra magnets. Okay. So the moon was, you want to get into the war-based part?
Okay. You have the Van Allen belt. That is the planet that was destroyed. See, humanity have been a problem species for a long time. Anyway, there was an intergalactic war. You can probably get more information from sources like Billy Carson touches on it. Anunnaki talk about it.
They're getting it from us. We gonna give them the facts on that.
However, the moon was transported from that planet that was destroyed, that is now called the Van Allen belt, which is basically a bunch of large chunks and rocks where it once was a planet. And the moon was transferred, the mothership was transferred into artificial orbit around our planet. And if you notice, the moon always has an exact calculation so that you only see one side of the moon. You never see the moon in any form of rotation. Whereas if you see it, look at the planet, the other planets in the solar system, they actually rotate.
Their moons too. Their moon, the other planets, the moon.
Yeah, but they actually move. Whereas our moon, doesn't move. It's the same pie face, and possibly. Let me also touch on this: the Apollo 20, where they found the Rastafarian sister in suspended animation.
Wait! You jumping the gun?
Oh,
you going too slow
Cities
down.
on the moon, mothership. The moon is an ancient mothership, and the people on this planet, we're looked at by the extraterrestrials as chicken head prison planet that has to be monitored and supervised, because we are surface savages that only live 60 to 80 years, but because we have a thinking brain, we are highly violent and, for the most part, functionally intelligent.
Now, back to the rotation. It's a reason why they always say the dark side of the moon.
Because we never see it.
The dark side of the moon, and that's where a lot of the stuff on there is jumped off. If you notice, the moon have all these craters, like if it been hit,
looks like
with a meteor
it's a survivor
shower.
of a war.
Wait, look like it been hit with a meteor shower, but yet no meteors. If it get hit with a meteor shower in the crater, it should have meteorites there, right? Am I correct?
Right.
And but there's none.
No, we never see it either.
There is none. So yeah, basically like how Star Wars put it, where they getting bombarded, and now we're gonna get into the sister. You wanna go there now?
Oh yeah.
Okay, let's go.
You can find not only on this channel, but you can find on other channels that there are NASA ex-employees who actually said that they brushed out the photographs of the cities on the moon to keep the chicken head planet of surface savages under the spell of the major religions, so that they wouldn't know that there's already advanced life forms outside Earth's atmosphere.
Back up a little bit. Back to the planets. It's important to know, because I did a lecture on it before. And I showed where it was a crystal planet. It's actual footage. I know you've seen it before with the rover that they send there, and it came up across a not planet, not crystal planet, city. A crystal, the city looking like crystal. Now, these are stuff that I noticed will go on YouTube, and then what end up happening is it get taken down. It gets suppressed. So when me and Hank is doing this now, I ain't gonna lie to you. Me and Kansu got to do a video, and we're talking about with YouTube. Remember, I said soon you ain't gonna be able to get certain videos like this with me and Hank. So y'all better take heed. There is a suppression, like Hank just said, where they don't want to show you the rovers. They the face on the moon.
They don't want to show you the
They
big
try to
tall
cover that up.
skyscrapers on the moon because the impact on the world religions to find out how the religions, the major religions of the world, going to be impacted, finding out that the moon's a mothership, an artificial structure that so much reverence has been put upon through the various spiritual or no religious paths here on prison planet Earth.
You just made me think about something when you said the religion.
Yeah.
Did you ever read the book Behold the Pale Horse?
Oh, I remember his name.
William Cooper.
William Cooper, right.
We sell the book here at Nicholas, Brooklyn. Let me tell you something. This man, all he did was went to the library, the stuff that NASA gave all the libraries in America, the same material with the same pictures, and all he did was superimpose it. I don't know if you remember. Did you read the book before and see the
years
pictures?
ago?
Years ago. Well, I remember it like if it was yesterday. It had a building on the moon. Tell me if you remember, shaped like a cross. This was a building like structure shaped like a cross, the Christian cross. And when he measured it out, he said that when you really get the breakdown on how big it is, the photos are there. As soon as he went doing lectures showing, hey, look at there's something moving, like it's making tracks in the moon. As soon as that happened, NASA and the US went to every library and put all the books and footage.
Pulled them off the shelves,
the pictures. Pull them off the shelves. So when you say religion, what is a big cross structure doing on the moon?
Everything we've been taught in school is a lie. Everything we've been taught as far as the evolution of man is a fairy tale. There is no, outside of this prison planet, humans are looked at as a pathetic species that are now dangerous because we're playing with fire of nuclear weapons.
And we're able to go out into space with it.
Yeah, and so really it's like a pre-K mentality with advanced weapons. We're dangerous. We're a problem. We're a problem species. And not too far in the near future, Mother Earth is going to do her cleansing of this problem species. Now, humans have been a problem species before, and that's what happened with the Great Flood.
Hold on. Great Flood. What happens when the moon gets too close?
Well, there you go. More floods.
That's
Tides.
right. Yeah.
The tide shift. So,
and that's maybe why it was a weapon.
You know, I never thought of that.
Yeah.
You got me there.
Yeah.
That's an interesting point.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That moon,
that
you never know. That moon probably, like how we say with the wall, that it probably was okay, once we go in this atmosphere, we know it's going to create a flood, mess it up, and whatever other beings came and bombed it. Because back to the female with the dreadlocks, remember, the ship was found on the moon.
Yep.
They also found, when you get the breakdown, me and Brother Divine done spoke about this with the gold that's on the moon, where they show there's the hover, whatever rover, whatever hovering over, show the gold. So now let's think about it. If we know in the moon, they say 1 minute it looks like it's so close, the next minute it's far, the so-called optical illusion, right? and it waxes and wanes, if we know that have an effect over the water of this planet and also have an effect on us, what if that the moon, yes, a mothership, but a psycho, what's the word I'm looking for? A psychoanalyzing weapon
Oh,
to affect
oh,
you.
absolutely.
Because remember,
Right.
lunatic.
Yeah. That means that the moon may be an advanced technology of antiquity that can shift the planetary rotation of the North and South Pole. In other words, they can reverse it, possibly. Now this is not written anywhere. We're just intuitively tapping in after we drinking this sorrel that's magnetized.
Right.
But just imagine if they had the technology to reverse the polarity of the Earth coming from the moon, some form of radiation, because the moon, factually speaking, not only is the Earth hollow, but the moon is hollow. There isn't any solid planet. It wouldn't exist because the centrifugal force would rip the planet apart. Look up hollow Earth. You'll find that the average thickness of this Earth that we are living on is 800 miles thick. Gravity on the Earth's interior, there's an atmosphere inside the hollow of the Earth. There is gravity pushing the people who live inside the Earth, their feet are pushing towards our sky. And that zero gravity zone is about 400 miles average throughout the entire Earth, with the two openings in the North and South Pole approximately 1,200 miles in diameter. You will never be able to catch a flight as quick as it will be to fly from North America over to Europe. It is a restricted zone with military from various countries surrounding the North and the South Pole. However, you can look up Navy Admiral Byrd, who traveled on a plane, and I think it was in 1947, into the hollow of the Earth. And the beings who live in the Earth's interior, the average lifespan of me and Joel right now was to get inside of this crystal pyramid and zoom into the Earth. We would return 1,400 years later looking the same way as we're looking now. Also, Mount Shasta in Northern California is a hollow entrance going into the Earth's interior. And
Japan, the one in Japan.
You got it all over the planet. This planet is like
the Bermuda Triangle.
Bermuda Triangle. You have an ancient city with Sphinx and pyramids between Cuba and Key West, Florida. 1 mile underwater. Where did that come from? Between Cuba and Key West, there's an underwater city that's been mapped out with sonar that has streets with Sphinx and giant pyramids.
You have not far from Mexico too. The ones that they found not far from Mexico.
Oh yeah, I climbed
that
Chichen Itza years ago. You can't climb Chichen Itza anymore.
No more. Yeah,
not anymore.
Can't
People that fell off that pyramid and died.
It's funny when you go to a certain part of it, a side of it, and you clap, you hear it go.
Oh yeah.
What?
It's advanced technology.
Yeah.
Advanced technology.
So with this moon and how they doing it, how you with the breakdown of the moon, we're just giving you stuff that we notice that is going on. That's why magnets is important.
And I want to give a special shout out to Queen of Swords. She showed me a video of she saw it with her boyfriend that the moon actually shifted its position. Now I didn't see it. She just posted it on YouTube. She wouldn't give me the direct feed from her phone. However, the moon can be moved and mobilized to a multitude of purposes. So you have to be aware
of the movie. So I'm sorry. Think of the movies that they make where they're having battles on the moon, wars breaking out on the moon. Just think about that for a second. Is it really far-fetched?
Look up
that the moon. Go ahead.
Look up Ben Rich on YouTube. Ben Rich was a science director. He was a senior Lockheed Martin research scientist. And before he died from cancer, because you always got to check, a lot of them confess on their deathbed. They have deathbed confessions. Ben Rich, Lockheed Martin, He said, we have the technology to take ET back home, but it would take an act of God to release it to the general public. Now he's not the only one. There's another one that David Sarita interviewed named Boyd Bushman. Boyd Bushman said he took two magnets. They were like this, and he compressed it with a bolt. And what happened was the gravity was
field.
reduced in the field of the magnet. So when he dropped it off of a building, it went down much slower than ordinary. Magnetism and gravity have an intimate relationship. Magnetism and gravity have an intimate relationship. We have, the U.S. has a fleet of ships shaped like triangles called, look up TR-3Bs. I saw one on the Jersey Turnpike about 3:30 in the morning around exit 4 several years ago when I was going down to see my mom and dad. But from the distance, it was just like a steady glowing light. I was like, what kind of star is that? It's too low on the horizon. And when I rolled up on it on the Jersey Turnpike, it was triangular. It had a light on the three corners, and it was just like parked, levitating, as if the pilots inside was taking a nap at 3:30, 4 o'clock in the morning. So remember, question everything.
Hold on, go back to that. You notice how you don't see them as often.
Oh, you only can see them with...
You're talking about the triangle ones.
Yeah, the triangular ships. You can see them if you get infrared cameras, glasses, or infrared, like third generation infrared cameras. You can see that they're actually having fights over the ocean, and you may actually see them flying because they have learned how to create, like in the movie Star Trek, Star Trek, where the Klingon should have a cloaking device. They already have that technology. Now it's where it's a film.
Hold on, go to HARP.
Oh, HARP, you take that.
They got the paint. I forget the film or the sheet. They literally have the paint now where they could paint over the whatever device. Oh, be careful. Yeah. Whatever device or whatever it is. So let me show them this. So let's say they'll take this and they'll paint over it. All right. And then push a certain type of magnetism to it. Nisi Davis, thank you for that super chat support. So the technology is there. The technology is not a secret. They also have the HARP weapon called HARP Shiva.
Oh, wow.
Now, HARP, they could convert it into the HARP Shiva where it sends out the beam.
Damn, this is good.
And make a strong,
that joke, man.
It makes a
We're
strong
high up in here.
magnetic pulse. And with the strong magnetic pulse, it generates the energy and then send out a beam into the air. Of course, there's video of that. All right. And too slow for the alien ship or whatever ship, you understand, the UFO, because it's highly advanced, because they're based off of magnets. So when dealing with the moon, it's very important that we know how to control our emotions, especially when the moon are in certain zodiacs, such as Taurus.
Yeah, because the water, gravity, and the pulling of the tides, it affects people who are considered lunatics. That means that the gravitational shift, because of the rotation of the moon around the planet Earth, affects people's disposition.
That's why some of y'all are moving crazy in the conscious community, and
especially around that chicken.
Let's not go there. Let's not go there. Let's not go there.
I want to touch on this. I want to touch on a little bit about math. For all of you who have children and you're learning the difficult way, remember, this is a chicken farm planet. This is a prison planet. So you're being taught antiquated forms of mathematics in the public school system. What you want to do is do a search on YouTube and start allowing your child to learn what is called Vedic math. That means that Vedic math is an ancient way of doing mathematics that they teach in India to all their students. That's why there's so many Indian scientists, doctors, engineers, because they're taught a way of doing math in their head from basic addition all the way to calculus within seconds. It's called Vedic, Vedic.
Just
Vedic
like
math.
when you talk about Ayurvedic medicine,
Right.
they put it as Vedic math.
So you've been hoodwinked
You threw
with the
me off
public
now.
system with mathematics, learning it the long way, or what they called new math, is to keep children dumbed down and allow them to become depressed, disappointed, and quit high school so that they will eventually become a slave to the system. However, if you want to become an engineer, you want to become innovative, start studying Vedic, Vedic math, and you will learn how to do mathematics in a superior way that is done outside of this country. And also it's practiced inside the Ivy League schools, because they want to have it with the haves or the elite ones. They want them to know how to do math in their head from addition to calculus in your head.
Go on, I'm listening.
Okay, so we want to learn Vedic math for the up and coming generation. Also, you got to learn for the young men coming up. They need to learn martial arts. Martial arts.
Back up. See, now I gotta stop you.
All right, go ahead.
Because you going on with the Vedic math and you
Math, martial arts, and music.
You're missing. Forget all that. You're missing one of the main important components that they deal with.
What?
Magnets.
Oh yeah.
You just telling them study this, study that, which yeah they should, but you're missing the major components that they deal with.
It's all magnets. Right.
They use. Come, show them your hand. They use stuff like these.
This is a magnetic bracelet.
Look at this magnetic bracelet. Show them your neck.
These are magnetic devices.
Okay.
Oh yeah. Let me show them this one.
This is the type of stuff that they use.
Sacred geometry. Can you see?
Yeah, they can see that.
Can y'all see that?
They can see that.
Look at the magnetic arrangement. It looks like a crop circle.
You see, like how I have this over my hand? There's an energy, because remember, it's the chakra points. Remember, when they deal with Ayurvedic medicine and they deal with Tantra, they deal with that orgasmic energy, which is where they could turn it into where they could repel or draw, just like a magnet. So that's important. Now back to the moon. The reason why that type of stuff is important is because when you're learning about the moon and doing what you have to do with the moon and getting an understanding, you don't want to turn into a lunatic. So you need certain magnets to balance off that energy, because it creates a field, a grid. It's about gridding yourself. That's why me and Brother Divine deal with the Orgone pyramids. That's why we deal with the magnet necklaces,
magnet disc for massaging,
and especially I was just about to say,
magnetizing water.
These right here.
And you want to magnetize your blood, because if your blood gets too thick, that's when a person has a stroke or a heart attack. It's because their blood has gotten too thick. And when a person's memory as they get older starts to diminish, is because the blood is too thick and the flow to the capillaries between the hands, the feet, and the brain gets clogged up with plaque. Science magazine came out with the article that showed the correct arrangement of magnets can increase blood flow 20 to 30%. 20 to 30%.
And that's a lot.
Oh yeah, that's great, because increase in oxygenation. Look at my head. I got a head full of hair. Look at all this. This is magnetism. This is magnetism. You see this? This is not a wig. This is not a helmet. This is magnetism. If I pull right here,
that ain't plugs.
There ain't no plugs. This is all natural hair. Magnetism
I be
can
cutting
increase
my
circulation to the follicles of your hair. If your hair has, if you're finding yourself slightly getting bald headed, it's because the capillary flow to your brain, capillary flow to your head is being reduced, because the magnetism is insufficient to carry a sufficient oxygen and nutrients to your hair follicles.
So they'll want something like this.
Right. You want to get You want to tap into having a magnet disc so you can magnetize your spine, magnetize your mind. Magnetize your spine, magnetize your mind. This is what you got to learn how to do.
Clockwise.
Yep.
Clockwise, not counterclockwise. Because there's something called Brown's gas.
Now you're going deep. You're going deep. We're just talking about the moon. You're going deep. But go ahead.
That's dealing with the moon.
Okay, go ahead.
Brown's gas, where he learned you take the magnet.
Yeah,
you looking wild.
I'm getting wild, y'all. Getting ready to get high.
He take the magnets, right,
Mm-hmm.
and spin them to a certain polarity where you get fire from water. Now think about this. With the moon, and the moon being that magnetic energy, how are they able to make the moon, how is the moon able to change the water where it could make the water hit so hard where it could break things? It's the same concept with using magnets. If they could have Brown's gas and turn that water into like that hydrogen type flame where it could burn through metal.
Mm-hmm.
Ironically, when it touched the skin, it don't burn the skin, which is crazy because now you start dealing with us being with the elements, right? And magnetic. Okay, 6 electrons, 6 protons, 6 neutrons.
Mm-hmm.
So you're dealing with the 666 effect. All right, electrons, protons, neutrons, and then when you add the melanin in there. People wonder, why is this happening? You see these people that's going crazy over this chicken sandwich, right? Their magnetism level is off the charts. Because when you eat that food, it throws a frequency into your body. Combined with the moon, then you're done.
Yeah. And we're emotional people. Let's call it like it was. I remember Grandma. She showed me. She showed me how much she loved me when I was riding the Greyhound bus to Virginia, and she opened up her paper towel and had such delicious fried chicken legs, chicken wings. I could have ate up all that chicken Grandma had for me, but I knew that she loved me. So we didn't have money in the South. What we would share to show our love, we would have food. Or we would go to a person's house with food, or you never go. Young folks, let me tell you something. Y'all ain't been raised right. Your mama and your daddy set you out in the world without correct training. Never go to anyone's house without bringing something to drink or to eat.
Especially if you go in and stay there long.
West Indians.
Well, you know that. Come on. You know us with that. The Jamaicans, the Trinidadians, the Guyanese. You know how we do.
Yeah.
Especially when it's Christmas time or certain holidays, they're all coming with a sweet bread or something.
Yeah,
and I watch people that do that, and you're right, but it goes on the level.
Who raised you? Waves. Like TK Kirkland said, who raised you? If you go to somebody's, if you're going to go visit somebody, at least go with some iced tea. Get it from the deli on the corner. At least go wherever with some potato chips. Don't walk into somebody's house saying, I'm hungry. I'm hungry. What you got to eat? That means you ain't been raised right.
Hold on.
Your mama didn't teach you. Your grandma forgot about you. And your grandpa sure enough didn't tell you the right. Go.
Wait.
That's a tender spot.
Don't tear them up like that.
We getting ready to go into the holidays. You don't want to have people talking about you behind your back. You don't want to have people talking about you behind your back. Always go to somebody's house. Before you get there, call them up and say, hey, you want me to pick you up some apple juice? Oh, did you eat breakfast yet? Would you like some bananas? Oh, would you like some mango? Oh, would you like some cantaloupe? Oh, would you like some apples?
You need a candle. You need a light bulb. You need toilet paper.
Something. Do you need some toilet paper? Yeah, and I like Bounty paper towels with narrow cuts. All right. and go to the corner. Bring some baby wipes, because sometimes people don't really like using that dry toilet.
Hold on. Bring it back.
Baby wipes. Baby wipes on a full moon.
Bring it back.
All right, we gotta understand. We getting ready to go into the holidays. Baby wipes into the holidays.
You gotta understand. You gotta understand though.
Right.
The only way you're able to get away with that, because there's a way where you could slide with doing that, if you're always buying food for the person, stocking a fridge, taking them to go grocery shop. That's the only way you could get away with that. When you come over and be like, "You got anything to eat?"
I'm
You
hungry.
understand? That's the only way you
I'm
can get away with that.
hungry. Don't go to my house. Hi, I'm hungry.
And let me tell you something. Since we on dealing with the full moon.
Yeah.
And the full moon is in Taurus.
Mm-hmm.
Like I said, y'all better be careful. See, we going on the spiritual route with y'all, and we making y'all think.
Especially for the holidays.
With that full moon, y'all better be careful. Y'all might need some of these Tantra magnets. We sell it here at Nicholas, Brooklyn. We've been doing it for the longest. Remember when we did the Touchmaster series?
That's right.
These were going so fast. It's unbelievable. So for that season, especially y'all Taurus that need to get your love on.
Learn how to use magnets for small cysts.
Yeah, all right.
All right. Fibroids. Learn how to use magnets to magnetize your water. So your water, because your blood is mostly plasma. That's mostly water. How do you magnetize your water? How do you magnetize your tea? How do you magnetize your drinks?
Your whole body.
How
do you magnetize your whole body?
And listen to me close. Help bring your pressure to normal. Help bring your pressure to normal with magnets. You can learn how to get rid of headaches with magnets, how to increase your meditation with magnets, how to increase your focus with magnets, because you have been socially engineered to hold attention for only 10, 15 seconds because of the plugs with music on social media, the maximum maybe a minute because of Instagram. The military says you're really wired to keep focus at least 40 minutes. After 40 minutes, you go into a trance and then you're open to suggestions. The younger generation,
say that again.
Military,
after 40 minutes.
After 40 minutes, the average person is designed to go into a trance from being focused for 40 minutes. So when we were in the military, we used to take breaks 40 minutes into the hour, 5-10 minute break, so that you get your blood moving, move around a little bit, and you're good for another 40 minutes of memory retention. The young generation now, you are being engineered to be a dummy.
Let me say something on that real quick. Being that that what you touched on right there. It's funny when you check out these different government programs, what they do is, and just so you know, magnets could be used to cause harm as well. It's funny how they up the ante instead of 45 minutes, where they pushing out a certain frequency, magnetic frequency, scalar waves.
Yeah, it's all magnetism.
Right, to boost up that frequency, so where they catch and hypnotize you and put you in that trance within like 30 seconds to a minute.
Yep.
And that's what magnets. Yeah. So you have to protect yourself. That's why, like, when you use magnets like these, I'm gonna stress it for you.
Look what he got. He got him. Is that a real body of his, or is that a plastic hand? Look, y'all. I don't know if that's Joel's hand or not. Look how the magnetism travels through it.
So if the magnet is traveling through this, and what I really want to touch on,
is he real or is he a Memorex?
You know how the moon affects the sex drive of people. Again, that's dealing with that magnetic energy. So if it could do that, look how these two magnets are going through my hand. Men, you want to boost up your boy? You'll put one of these in each pocket. We already spoke on this, but they need a refresher.
Okay.
You want to put one of these in each pocket. Women, you want to do the same, or put it one behind you and one over your ovaries.
Or you put one at the head of the bed and one at the foot of the bed, and you'll be in a magnetic field and you wake up feeling better than before.
No, four. Because
I got 8.
4. Oh, damn.
You know, this is the beginning. So
now in the beginning,
yeah.
I'm gonna tell you that you want to enhance your dreams, you want to do more. It's good. Yes, you could get 2, but you really want to go in, instead of using just 2, you want to use 4. For everybody that got the 4 from us already, they know.
Magnetize your blood just like this. Start massaging yourself. The effect will last about 2 hours. Okay. One time I had a cousin and he had a heart attack, and I was studying magnets, and I put one magnet in the front of his chest and one behind him, and I started massaging over his heart, Joel.
Mm-hmm.
And he told me he thought I was a nut. Family
He
always
thought you
think you're
playing
crazy.
with his titties, whatnot,
no,
right?
he was just he had a heart attack, and I was massaging the front of him and the back of him.
You're making the blood flow.
And he said when he got out the hospital, he said, "I think you saved my life because I really felt better." Massaging over the heart with the magnet increased his blood flow 20 to 30%. I didn't know that details, but I had one in the front, one in the behind him. And while he was waiting on the ambulance, I was massaging his heart with the magnets. Now, Science Magazine, and I said before, came out with an article that said magnets increase blood flow 20 to 30%.
But that's hold on. Why?
Magnetize
this is
your
my
heart.
problem.
Magnetize
Why we need
your
Science
mind.
Magazine to say this is ancient knowledge? This is what we're talking here is nothing new, people. Let's stress that.
Mm-hmm.
What we're talking here is nothing new. Cause I learned I learned about magnets. I've been dealing with magnets, but I really learned more about magnets dealing with Dr. Dilbert Blair.
Mm-hmm.
The stuff Dr. Dilbert Blair showed me, and this is ancient. We didn't need no Science magazines or none of these people to come out with this type of stuff. This is stuff we already knew.
Yep.
This is stuff we already been doing from the Egyptians, from the Sumerians, from the Hebrews, all of them. This is stuff where we know with magnetic energy. And I'm going to tell you something. For y'all people that be growing plants, okay. Okay. And if it's, listen.
Magnetize your seeds on the south side of the magnet for 15 to 20 minutes.
Show them the south side, please.
This is the south side. The red is this biomagnetic south. However, you take this same magnet, sit it underneath your faucet in your bathtub, and let the water run over it and magnetize your whole tub of water.
So let's do this correctly.
We gotta do a workshop on this, man.
But hello, give it to me.
Y'all gotta come and learn at the workshop. So how this is magnetize your life.
Wait.
Magnetize your mind.
Slow down.
I'm getting excited, y'all. It's a
south.
full moon. Ow! Go ahead.
This is the south, right?
Yeah, that's the south.
So basically, this is the plant here, right?
Mm-hmm.
They will turn it like this, correct?
No, they put this underneath,
just like this.
15 minutes.
Okay,
and
so
it would supercharge the seeds, and the seeds would grow approximately 30 to 60% bigger.
And why the south side?
South side
and
is,
not the north.
North side is the alkaline side. South side is the acid side.
Damn.
Look, they bit him. And a beautiful couple upstate New York has a cannabis farm, and they were excited for me to come see. Don't share it. The crops were huge.
What I just said, man.
Oh, okay. Magnetize. You gotta learn how to magnetize.
We're on YouTube.
I had a SUV truck. Let me say this. I had a 1979 Suburban, and I bought it from a hillbilly upstate New York. It was a hunter's van. It had 2 batteries. It had chrome reinforced bumper, hitch on the back of the SUV. It had those big chrome donut tires. It had the lights on the top of the hood, but it didn't have any emissions controls coming off of the exhaust coming off the engine. So he said, "Oh, you go back into the city, you'll be able to find somebody to give you one of those inspection certificates." So what I did, I put an arrangement of magnets along the gas line going to the carburetor. And when I went for the inspection, I passed with flying colors. The gasoline molecules loosened up to have complete combustion. And when you have complete combustion with gasoline, the only thing coming out the tailpipe is water vapor and carbon dioxide.
That's for the workshop. That's it.
Yeah.
People. Joel Benjamin 528 and
www.orgone, ORGONE, the number 4.
You're supposed to say your name first.
.com. I'm Uncle Hanky.
Thank you.
Uncle Rising Sun, Magnet Man. If you
now
can,
tell them how they
I can. If I can, you can. Magnetize your life, magnetize your spine, magnetize your mind.
Give out your different outlets, man.
Oh,
damn. Give out your different outlets.
Magnets, crystals, and pyramids on YouTube. and Blog Talk, Magnets, Crystals, and Pyramids.
Definitely check out his blog talk.
All right. We have distinguished guests who are geniuses in their field of specialty. And all the shows are recorded so you can listen again and again so that you can become empowered with
Blog
the information.
Talk Radio.
I want to acknowledge Ascended Masters, everyone who's into magnets, and let's touch on entheogens, psychedelics.
Nope. See, there you go.
Anyway,
good night,
Ascended
people.
Masters.
That's
Study
it.
about Ascended Masters.
That's it. Good night,
Honor,
people.
Sheikh Amadou Bamba, Saint
There you go.
Germain,
All right.
Nikolai Tesla, Melchizedek, Enoch, Mother Mary, White Buffalo Calf Woman, Quetzalcoatl, Kuan Yin, Goddess of Mercy, Harriet Tubman, John Brown, Nat Turner, Osceola, Sitting Bull, Geronimo.
Salute to you all.
Call upon the Ghost Army, Archangel Michael, Archangel Gabriel, Archangel Uriel, Archangel Raphael. Don't try to go out in this world alone. Ask for the Ghost Army of Ascended Masters and Angels to protect
And
you
if
and
you
your
don't
loved
have
ones.
a crystal,
And if you don't have a pistol, you better have a crystal.
and if you don't have a crystal,
You better get one. You better ask somebody.
facts. Gang.
Oh, that was
All
fun.
right, people. Who that?
See what they
Divine
say.
Whitney, salute to you. Thank you for that super chat support. Greatly appreciate you. Salute to all the super chatters out here. We out. We gonna have that workshop for y'all soon. We not playing games. Y'all
Remember,
better be up on it.
the moon is an ancient mothership. Don't believe anything less.
Peace.